When you create a new challenge, the first field you will find is the name of the challenge. Labeling your challenges will help you be more efficient when organizing your event, as you will be able to identify each challenge within a route or segment. The Map tab is the first setup tab that you will see inside the challenge. In this tab you will set the geolocation of the challenge, and how it will be activated by the players. First, we are going to set the location of the challenge. The map will be set to the location you chose when you configured your event. You can click the map to place your challenge and check if it is in the desired location by using Google Street View to have a street-level visualization of the placement of your challenge. You can also set the position of the challenge by inputting the coordinates in the latitude and longitude fields below the map. The icon for the challenge will be the default for this kind of challenge, but you can select a different icon from the list on the field Icon on Map. If you have a premium account, you can upload your own custom icons to the platform, and they will appear in this list. The default trigger to activate the challenge is when the user approaches a certain location. By default, it will be activated when the player is within a 20-meter radius of the challenge. If the challenge is placed in a location where the GPS signal is unstable, or if the participants are moving on vehicles like bicycles or cars, you will need a bigger activation radius. You can increase it in the field Distance in meters to activate, placed below the map. If you place a challenge somewhere where the GPS coverage may be unstable, you can also choose Allow Emergency Activation. This way, the player can press a button to activate the challenge if it doesn't open when they approach it. You can select the button and code, so they have to ask for the code in the staff chat to emergency launch the challenge. When you choose this option, two fields will appear. In the first one, you can edit the message that appears to the player when they choose to emergency launch a challenge. And in case you selected to activate it by code, the field to create the code will appear. There are other methods to activate the challenges that are not related to location, for example, when the user is near an iBeacon. An iBeacon is a Bluetooth device the size of a coin that has a unique identification number that you should insert in this field to link it to this challenge. When the user approaches within 1.5 meters of the device, the challenge will activate. The second way to activate a challenge indoors is to use a QR code. By checking the QR code box, it will generate a QR that will activate the challenge when the player scans it with the camera. You can print this code and place it in the desired location. The third option is when the user chooses to do it. We call this kind of challenge floating challenges. They appear in a list in the app interface, and the user can choose freely when to do them as they are not linked to any other trigger. When the user selects the challenge from the list, it launches an introduction screen, and they get to choose if they will do it now or close the window to do it later. These are the ways you can activate challenges on mooveTEAM. You can also require an object to unlock the challenge once it is activated. This adds to the gamification possibilities, as players may have to come back and solve a challenge that will reward them with the object they need to unlock this challenge. To set this option, click the Add button in the field Objects needed to activate this challenge. You can require that the player has multiple objects to unlock a challenge. There is also the option to use a code to unlock the challenge. By checking this box, you can require that the player insert a code to unlock the challenge. This adds to the gamification elements as you can ask them for a number that they should look for in the location where they are, like the number of a building or the date printed in the plate in a statue that is before them, for example. If the hint has information that is crucial to finish the game and participants may have to check it multiple times, check the box. This hint does not disappear once done. You also have the option to make the challenge disappear once it is completed by the first team. This way, you can create a dynamic where reaching the challenge before the competition is vital to winning. Just check the box. This challenge disappears once done by the first team. You can set a hint to be the welcome message in the game, with all the instructions on how to play. Check the box Welcome Challenge to assign this hint, and once the player logs into the game, this hint will pop up on their screens. You can also set challenges or hints to automatically change the segment once done. This is used when you are creating a game with levels. So, you set it to advance to the next level once you complete the challenge. On the drop-down selector, you can choose the segment that this challenge will open. These are all the options in the map screen. The options are similar for all challenges, and once you know the content of this video, you will be able to create any of the mooveTEAM challenges.